Calvary family, we are so excited that this Sunday we resume in-person worship services, and we're so glad that we have the opportunity to be able to see your face this week. Now, of course, you're well aware things are a little bit different, so one of the main things that we have to remember is to observe social distancing, and that needs to even begin in the parking lot. I know there's somebody you hadn't seen for a long time, and you're going to want to go right up to them. Make certain that you respect their comfort level with social distancing. And as you walk into the building, stay that 6 feet apart. The doors here will be propped open. You'll be able to walk right in there. We'll make certain that you don't have to touch. There's a lot of things in the building we want to talk about. And so we're going to go in and introduce you to what the worship center looks like. It looks a little bit different right now. Okay, so now we've moved into the foyer. And let me say just a word about schedule as we begin. Remember, we are going to be having 2 Sunday morning worship services at 9 as well as at 10:40. Both of them will be live streamed. There is no Sunday school. Remember, there is no child care. Also, we will continue to do our Wednesday night service online. We will not do anything on Sunday evening until the June 17th. That's the season that we're in. And then we'll look at our schedule again as to how best to serve our church community going forward from there. Let me just say one more word about our vulnerable population. We love you and we can't wait to see you. But if it is best for your health that you continue to watch online and worship at home, friends, we want you to do that, and we want you to stay safe. If you are running a temperature, we encourage you to stay home. If you are sick, we encourage you to stay home and watch online as well. We do encourage you to take your temperature and monitor that on a regular basis before you come and attend an in-person worship service. Now, of course, some of you have seen the governor's guidelines, and we've gone through all these things and talked about them online. Let's just kind of review. We are recommending individuals wear masks. We have some extra masks at the Welcome Center. If you don't have one, we have some cloth masks as well as some paper masks that are made there. About singing, of course, that's an item of discussion and conversation that a lot of individuals would have. The governor's updated guidelines say this, is that we can sing at a low volume with a mask on. And so we would encourage you to do that. If you're going to engage in singing with us, that's an important part of worship, and we want to do that. Behind me, you see what the bathrooms look like. We want to take away a contact on a door, and so we've put up the partitions and we have propped the bathroom doors, and so you can have the privacy inside the bathroom with the door that is propped open. At the kitchen, we have set up some hand washing stations for you to be able to wash your hands if you're here and you would like to do that. We have closed down the water fountains, but we have provided some small bottles for drinking water that are at the kitchen window, so you can take advantage of that as well. Most of all, we're looking so forward to seeing you. We want to show you a little bit about what the seating looks like in the multipurpose room at this time. Well, of course, it looks a little bit different in here, doesn't it? We don't have all the seats that we normally do, but let me just show you a couple of things that will be helpful in seating. Do remember there's a couple of guidelines that we are encouraging, that the governor has also encouraged. We are looking at 1 family per row as we are in here. Also, we are committed, particularly at 9 o'clock, we have to do this in an hour to be able to sanitize the building and clean it out before the next service at 10:40. We will be right at 60 minutes for this service. And so, if at all possible, if you could just refrain from getting up and going out, because that'll help us when we are exiting, and make certain we do that in a safe manner. At the end of the service, we'll walk you through how we're going to exit and go out the doors. It'll look a whole lot like a funeral if you've ever been to there, as an usher will dismiss you row by row, but I promise it will go really quickly. Let me show you a couple of details in here. First of all, if you have a family that needs more than 4 seats, this section right here, we have rows that are 6 chairs long. Over to my far right, we have some rows that have 5 chairs in them. All the other ones have 4 chairs, and so we've done this to have the best stewardship of our space possible and seat as many people while maintaining the social distancing that is really important. You also see the balcony. The balcony has 7 rows of 4 chairs in it. And so we would ask you to do this about the balcony. We would like to reserve that for somebody that may show up a little bit late. And if you would, if you're here early, come in and try and find a seat in this area. We're not going to usher you to particular rows, but we would just encourage you as you're seating yourself, remember social distancing, stay apart, stay in your row, talk to as many people as you want to, but just continue to maintain that space that is there. One more word about the balcony. If you're entering the balcony, we are encouraging you to enter on the steps that are in the hallway where the restrooms are. We're going to allow those 2 staircases to be exit only as individuals are coming out at the close of the service. We also have something, if you have small children, we realize that we're not providing child care at this point in time, but if you have small children, we have set up some family rooms for you to be able to take them to. They are in the nursery, they are in the fellowship hall, where we will send the live feed of the service, where you can view it with a small child and make certain that they have a place in a worship environment as well. I know that may not be the most ideal thing, but we want to provide that for you as we are getting back to as much normal as we can and worshiping together in the same building on Sunday mornings. We're going to take just a moment to show you where Overflow Area is in the chapel to just close out our video. You know, I love this room, and I cannot wait to see individuals worshiping in here on a regular basis. Sunday, this will be our overflow area if we exceed our capacity in the multipurpose room. Perhaps you'd even like to just sit in here. If you would like to stay away from a larger crowd, we encourage you to do so. The video will be streamed into here on Sunday morning as well. Something that just we want you to see is to maintain the proper distancing. We've just marked every other pew, and this sign basically says, please do not sit in this row. And so if you'll stagger yourself in here, as you exit, do remember to maintain the social distancing as well. And we look forward to seeing you on this coming Sunday as we worship the Lord together. God bless you. Have a great weekend.